and welcome to our video on the total solar eclipse, and it's in the sign of Sagittarius the Archer. It happens on December 14, 2020, and it's going to be at 4:13 p.m. and we're using universal time coordinated, and we're also using tropical astrology. Now this event is going to be observable in its totality in the South American countries of Chile, and also in certain provinces of Argentina, like Rio Negro and Neuquén. And that's the Argentina provinces it will be visible in. Now that's for totality, Chile and portions of Argentina. Now for there will be some other regions where it'll be a partial solar eclipse, because you won't be able to see the totality of it in some other places, and that would be the certain southward portions of South America, and also southwestern Africa, and also Antarctica. So that's where you'll be able to see it partially. And again, you'll be able to see the totality in Chile and those portions of Argentina, Rio Negro and Neuquén. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. The Astrology Angel magical invocations and also horoscope prediction method that we teach, you should really use it with all mindfulness, since very powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Now, we're also going to now take a look at the planetary formula for this event, and as well as the planetary archangels, as well as the zodiac angels involved in this total solar eclipse in Sagittarius the Archer. And also we're going to teach you how to invoke, or when to invoke is to call the angels into yourself, or to invoke is to call it into your sacred circle, or also if you evoke it, you're calling upon, like calling out, yeah. And we're going to be this is for the purpose of gathering angelic frequencies which will align with the magical currents that one might want to utilize for this particular total solar eclipse in the sign of the Archer. Now, during December 14th, this 2020 solar eclipse, both the sun and the moon will be in the sign of Sagittarius the Archer, which is analogous to the natural 9th house of life path meaning. So it's going to be about what is the meaning of the path that you've chosen in life, your life path meaning. Now, the new moon will occur at 4:17 p.m. and this is just, very close to the solar eclipse. That's the new moon. Okay, the new moon and the solar eclipse happen within seconds of one another. And since this total solar eclipse in Sagittarius will obscure the sun's luminosity, and since this eclipse is also just, again, seconds away from the new moon in Sagittarius, which conceals moonlight, any magical purpose intended will resonate very potently with the completion of receptive magic rituals or spells, while also being efficacious for beginning plans, new plans for projective magic rituals, because we're going from the new moon, and it's going to start now waxing, getting bigger. And also you have an eclipse where the sun is there, then it's obscured, then it comes back. So we're going from so it's going to like intensify that new moon energy, because we're going to have a situation where you're going to be being able to, again, finish or complete the waning or receptive magic spells, and you're going to be able to begin plans for the waxing or projective magical spells. So waning is like receptive, and waxing is like projective. It's the masculine and feminine principles. Now the moon is considered more feminine and the sun is considered more masculine. Nevertheless, when the sun goes through an eclipse, it has a receptive aspect. And when the moon goes through her waning phases, and when it's the new moon, it's more receptive. But when she's full, it's more masculine. So you understand, like when you, in Kabbalah, it teaches, like, for example, when you listen, you're being feminine. And when you When you speak, you're being masculine. That's according to, and projective, that's according to Kabbalah. And everything's like that. Everything. So giving birth is masculine. Okay? If you can understand that. Okay? Now, the Sun in Sagittarius, what we're going to do is also, remember again, that the eclipse is in similitude with the new moon. And it, because it also turns from oblivion into a revelation of radiance. So there again, you're going from the, it's a process where you're going from the reception to the projection. So nothing is completely masculine and nothing is completely feminine in Kabbalah. Everything is relative, because even when you get to the top sephira of Keter, the crown chakra, if you are familiar with chakras, Keter is like the crown chakra, okay, and Malkut is like the base chakra, okay. So even when you're in the highest sephira, or the highest chakra, or the lowest sephira, or the lowest chakra, still they say Malkut is in Keter and Keter is in Malkut. So there's a whole nother tree of life with the lower Malkut or the base chakra attached to your crown chakra or to Keter. And you see what I'm saying? It's sort of like almost like Tinker Toys almost, or Legos, I guess you could call it, where one thing you could attach at one tree and that attaches to another tree. You see? Okay, so moving along now with the Sun in Sagittarius. Look, what are the qualities? What are the attributes of Sun in Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius, Sun in Sagittarius natives are very principled individuals. They're prized. They're valuable. They're also appreciated. And the Archer Sun zodiac sign possesses an elevated level of shrewdness and are also richly affluent. Now the Moon in Sagittarius, when you have this in a native's chart, you have Luna will give the Archer sort of an happy-go-lucky, adventurous quality, as well as an abundance of vim and vigor. So a lot of robustness. Now, the planetary archangel for the sun or soul is the Archangel Michael, the warrior and champion of God. The planetary archangel for the moon is, or Luna, you can call the moon Luna, is the Archangel Gabriel. The planetary archangel for the moon is Gabriel. God is my strength, power of God, and a messenger of God. Now, the zodiac angel for Sagittarius is ADNAKHIEL, whose divine tone is I perceive. That is the divine tone frequency of Sagittarius the Archer. I perceive. And ADNAKHIEL is the zodiac angel. Now the tarot card for the sun or soul, which is Latin for the sun, is the sun card. The sun card. Okay? So make sure you can see it well. The sun card. Okay? Now, the musical note in the ancient Western array for the sun is the note of C. So we're going to play that for you now with the tuning fork. Okay, C. The note of C. And that will help invoke the solar energy or frequency. Now, the tarot card for the moon or Luna is the High Priestess card. And the High Priestess card is here. And you have the twin pillars of Joachim and Boaz, and the receptive moon and the flowing of the lunar frequencies, and you have the triple goddess with her new moon hidden, and the waning, waxing, and full moon, the pomegranates, and the flowing water in her what she's wearing. And of course she's wearing a cross, and so there's the four quarters of the moon. The cross represents also the four quarters of the moon, as well as different seasons for the sun. So the sun and the moon both have their waning and waxing, do they not? And so we have the musical note in the ancient Western array for the moon is F. We're going to play that for you now in this tuning fork. And there we have, for invocation of the moon, F. And the tarot card for Sagittarius the Archer is the Temperance card. The angel with 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water, pouring water from one chalice to another. That is the Temperance card. Now, the musical note in the ancient Western array for Sagittarius the Archer is also F. And we'll play that again for you for the invocation of Sagittarius the Archer. There we have it. Now the information in this video and in this document, which you can see, it's also our blog if you look in the description box. The information that we present to you is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah. You can spell it with a C or a Q or a K. And this was taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again.